Hello, this is my review for Super Mario 3D World. Now, this review was brought to you by Painkillers, because after I get finished, a lot of drones and fanboys will be butthurt. Stay tuned for the Super Mario 3D World review. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now, first I'm going to give you the summary. This game is perfection. Okay? It is the first truly next-gen game of the ninth generation. Yes, the Wii U, the PS4, the Xbox One. The first next-gen game of the ninth generation of consoles. This is it, Super Mario 3D World. And I'll tell you why once I get further into the review. Now, I know what you're thinking. What do you mean it's next-gen? I'll break it down for you. Now, the first thing you need to realize, and the first thing we're going to get into, and in my opinion, the less important part of the game, are aesthetics. The art direction, how it looks. This game is gorgeous. 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 I remember reading an article where a Nintendo executive programmer basically said, we aren't worried about trying to make art. We make good games. And Nintendo games are some of the most beautiful, gorgeous, if any video game deserves to be called artwork, Nintendo games do, but they aren't trying to make artwork. They're trying to make great games. And you can tell this game is gorgeous. It's 1080p, 60 frames per second. On the gamepad, it's in your hands, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Excuse me. And that's just in your hands. Once you get on, if you have a smart TV or a TV that can output on that level, I don't in my bedroom, in my basement, where my games are, my other consoles. I do. And I can tell you, the game is gorgeous. Mario has never looked so beautiful. The grass looks luscious. The trees look beautiful. I mean, it's great that the game uses the touchpad because you really want to reach your hand in and just interact with the world. And using the gamepad, you can. Now, gameplay. This game is some of the tightest gameplay I have seen in a Mario game since Super Mario Galaxy 2. Yes, it's that good, okay? This game is up there with the Galaxy games in terms of just tight gameplay, but there's an added caveat. The game is multiplayer. Local multiplayer at the same time, okay? Up to 5 players, and yes, I said 5. Now, once you unlock the 5th character, you're talking one person on the gamepad and 4 others on other types of controllers. And once I get to the end, I'll get into the spoiler section, so you can either watch it or not watch it. But anyway, that's just how it is, and it's just friggin' awesome. I haven't seen a game this good in a very, very, very long time. Okay? Gameplay wise. Now, to get further into gameplay, this game is, Nintendo normally tops themselves. Every game they make, they top themselves. So, like Super Mario 64, great game. Then they made Sunshine, topped themselves. Sunshine, good game. Then they made Galaxy, topped themselves. Galaxy, good game. Made Galaxy 2, topped themselves. Now, this doesn't mean that any of the other iterations within the franchise are terrible or badly made. It just simply means that these games, Nintendo constantly tops themselves. Now, drones and fanboys who don't like Nintendo will say, oh, well, you Nintendo fans are always apologizing for Nintendo. We aren't. We are some of the hardest people on Nintendo. But we are not going to be hard on Nintendo, especially when, no matter, or I should say, no matter how hard we are on Nintendo, like in terms of what we want and expect from them, they're harder on themselves. Okay, like you may have recently heard about the Battlefield 4 fiasco where EA put out a shitty game and is now trying to act surprised that it was shitty. Nintendo would rather slit their wrists and commit seppuku than put out a game that hurts their brand. Okay, now that is called quality control. Okay, that is quality control for your ass. Okay. Okay, I wish Western companies were that conscientious of putting out good products that weren't shitty. Now, what makes this game, the gameplay, so good? Well, first of all, aside from a few artistic control choices, like instead of the digital control direction that we had in Super Mario Galaxy, where you could go in any direction you wanted using the control stick, it's analog, which means you're locked into one of 8 directions, but it still works wonderfully. And it really works out for this game because there are a lot of places where you kind of need to go in a straight line, and Galaxy would have had you dying. This game with that 8 direction lock-in works perfectly. Now, that's, and the great thing about this game is, gameplay wise, is that every time you think you're done, there's more to do. Like, I'm on the second to last world, okay? Now, in order to unlock the very last part of the game, I have to go back and finish every single level, finish every single level with every character, all 5 of them, because one of them is an unlock, and finish every single level, and get, with all of those characters, have all the green stars, which I did already. Whew. And on top of all of that, I think that's it. Then I can move on to the final area and get everything. I'm doing this review now because I'm just not going to have the energy to want to do this later. So I'm going to do it now. That's the caveat. I haven't finished the last area, but I know it's there. Now, music. This game does not have the traditional Mario tunes. In terms of, power-up sounds, yes, but like the traditional, do 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 do, the Koji Kondo Usual Suspects music. Instead, it goes for a very jazzy, breezy feel, but you won't miss the Koji Kondo sounds because this shit sounds great, okay? I'm thinking this will become part of the stable of Mario music. Towards the end of the game, you get some Galaxy sounds, which are awesome too, because Galaxy had some great music as well. And occasionally they'll throw in a remix of an old, music that you'll be like, oh, wow, that sounds very familiar. But generally speaking, the music is brand new, very jazzy, sounds great. Now, multiplayer. I haven't had full-on 4-player multiplayer. I just had 3. I had my girlfriend and her friend came over to my house, went to the gaming room in my basement, took my Wii U downstairs, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. The multiplayer is pretty good. I'm not a primary multiplayer player. The multiplayer does not feel as hectic as multiplayer did in New Super Mario Bros. Wii or Wii U. So you don't have to worry about people killing you, like accidentally killing you. If someone kills you in this game, it's on purpose. So, I mean, that's a plus. The online works surprisingly well. It's not online multiplayer. Knock on wood. Thank God. However, you can post messages on Miiverse in the community and within the game, giving people hints, talking about stuff. It's great. And you can also have ghosts through the levels running around showing you where to go and how to do things, which is also pretty cool. That have other players' data as the ghost going through the level. This is very useful if you need a little bit of help. I turned off the ghost because I like to discover things for myself in Mario games. Like, I like to discover my own things. I don't like people showing me things. So I turned them off. But if you need that little bit of help, there you go. Okay, in-game help service. Let's see. We covered aesthetics, gameplay, music, multiplayer. The fifth and final thing is the spoiler section, which I'm going to put into its own part. You can continue to watch if you want to, or you can simply leave the video at this point. We'll get to spoilers in a bit. Okay, this is the spoiler section. So, if you stayed on, you're going to get some spoilers. I warned you, so don't get mad at me. Spoilers. Now, once you have gotten through the 7 worlds in this game and beaten Bowser, you get to the end of the game, where you basically, gone through the end credits. You get to go up into space and complete some worlds that ramp up the difficulty. Now, once you get to World 7 in the game, it gets hard, okay? Bowser's World, like World 6, World 7, it gets hard. But once you get to after World 7 and go into space, it gets really hard. I mean, when I hear dude bro shooters say, "Oh, Mario's kitty," come here and play the last few worlds of this game. Tell me how kitty it is, okay? Look, you better put some shit to protect your gamepad or whatever controller, because you will throw your controller in this game. You will, I'm out of the throw my controller stage at this point of my life. I simply keep on playing. I'll freely admit, I have lost almost 100 lives in this game. Part of them because my skills just weren't good enough, and partly because it was easier, like I missed a star that I had to collect a certain amount of coins, and rather than just like restart the level or finish it, I just I killed myself and went back to the checkpoint at the beginning. Terrible, I know, but what the hell? Okay? The last section of this game is hard, and I haven't even completely completed it yet, but I have friends who have, and, this is one of those games that even if someone spoils it for you, until you've experienced it for yourself, it still isn't, it's almost like sex. Until you've had it, someone can describe it to you, but until you've had it, you just have no frame of reference. So basically, spoiler alert, in the first of the extra worlds, you get Rosalina. Now let me tell you something about Rosalina. She is the shit. Okay? First of all, she doesn't need a power-up to attack people. She has that spin move, which just makes the game so much easier. She's going around spin moving, killing dudes. The spin move gives her an extra jump. So sometimes you might just want to play as Rosalina and just use that spin move to make extra difficult jumps. It works. It really harkens back to Super Mario Galaxy, which, if you like Super Mario Galaxy, Rosalina's going to be your babe. And I liked Mario Galaxy, so I've been destroying shit with Rosalina. Once you get past that, you go into the really hard extra worlds, which are like a series of really difficult, just, oh my god. Ugh. Let me put it this way. You know a level's difficult when you get everything and gold flag it, and you're still like, I don't know how the fuck I finished that level. I don't know how I made that jump. I don't know how I finished it. But I did. So basically what I'm saying is that this game is... the end of game content, the replayability, because you have to go back and finish all those levels with all the different characters, which adds real replayability, unlike mini games where it's like, it's harder, play it, beat it now, because all of the characters play differently. Mario is well balanced, Luigi has that flutter jump, Toad is insanely fast, but all of his other stats stink. Princess Peach has the float jump, can float for a certain period of time, and Rosalina is an offensive juggernaut. with that spin move. Each character plays differently, so you really get to enjoy the game. This game has huge replay value. So this game is truly next gen. Now, moving on to my overall conclusion. My overall conclusion is this. If there is a game to have for your Wii U, this is it. This is the game to have. This is it. This is the game to have. And, you know, not only is this game the first next-gen game for this system, I believe that Super Mario 3D World is going to be the only truly next-gen, worthwhile next-gen game for the next 3 to 4 months coming out for any of the next-gen systems. That includes Wii U, well, not for the Wii U, but that includes the PS4 and the Xbox One. And I'll tell you why. This game incorporates the gamepad in a, you know, it changes up how you play games. Yes, there's traditional style of play, but the gamepad really changes up how you play games. And that's, I mean, for me, that's what next gen means. It means, does this change how you play the game? Okay? The Wii Remote changed up how you played the game. The N64 analog controller changed up how you played the game. The GameCube, you know, with the rumble, changed up how you played the game. You know, all these things... Excuse me. All these things... My ear itched. All these things, you know, expanded how the gamer got to enjoy playing the game. And that is truly next-gen to me. Just better graphics don't mean next-gen to me. Okay, saying, "Oh, it's never looked so crisper." Yeah, but the game is shit. It's a beautiful, shitty game, you know, like Killzone or Knack, you know, or Rise. You know, it's the game looks gorgeous. It's a piece of shit, but it looks great. You know, which is like basically, it's like someone taking a high definition picture of a dog turd, like. You can you can make it look as good as you want. It's still a dog turd. You know? But this game is not. This game is truly, any Wii U owner should have this game in their library. If you don't have a Wii U and you plan on getting one in the future, get this game. Okay? Simple as that. Now, this is the end of my review. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. I have some really great, some more videos coming out and a new section that I'm going to be adding. I think you guys are going to like it. But remember to comment, rate, comment, and subscribe so that I know if you like it. If you don't like it, I'll get rid of it. But please, I need your feedback. In order to make this a great channel, I need your feedback. So give it to me, okay? But it's because of you guys that this channel is growing, and it is growing. So, have a good day.